The new year, and of course that comes with resolutions. Can you imagine resolving to meet all of your Facebook friends in 1 year? That is what our next guest did. Take a look at how far she got in 2011.
It's January 1st, and I have met 291 of my 325 Facebook friends, and I'm meeting my 292nd tomorrow, and that'll be the end of this year's New Year's resolution.
But there's more to this story. Romance novelist Arlen Presser was terrified to leave her home and had panic attacks just thinking about it. But Arlen decided she needed to make a change, and she is here with us tonight. Also, I have clinical psychologist Ramani Durvasula. Arlen, tell me how you came up with the idea of meeting your friends on Facebook.
Well, I started to realize that I was spending a lot of time in my home and that I was becoming kind of isolated. And at the same time, I was able to tell myself I have a great vibrant social life because I have 325 friends. I mean, every morning when I check my Facebook account, there's 325 people, and we're interacting. We're playing Scrabble. We're sharing music. We're telling each other what's going on in our day. And suddenly I realized, wait a minute, who are all these people, and what kind of relationship do I really have with them?
And what did you learn by going out? Because
it
must you know, we call those pseudo intimacies what people establish online. You must have more of a genuine intimacy now with these people.
Yes. Yes, and I've learned so much about. How different people are and about how people manage their lives, and I've really enjoyed seeing new things and doing new things. And I'm really actually, I hate to say it, I'm kind of proud of myself, even though I only managed to meet 292 of the 325 friends.
Well, Arlen, let me interrupt you and say I think you should be proud of yourself. You shouldn't apologize for that. That's part of your therapy here tonight. But speaking of new things, in the year of traveling, she had some interesting experiences. Arlen's son, he accompanied you, right, Arlen? And he shot videos of his mom meeting with her Facebook friends. Her friend Gretchen apparently sells wine and taught Arlen how to open a bottle of champagne with a sword. Talk about a panic attack. Take a look at this.
All right, here we go.
Thumb and punch?
Thumb and punch.
Whoa! Oh my God! Oh my God, you did it! Oh wow! Oh wow! That was amazing. So explain the technique. The Russian soldiers, when they invaded Paris, would take their swords and they fell in love with champagne, and they would open them so fast, they would just follow the bottle edge up with their sword, and it takes off that whole top ridge and the cork. Set the sword on the edge of the bottle a little further down to give you some space to roll up. Okay. And nope, you don't want to click it.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm sorry.
Just slide it up all the way fast.
Slide it up all the way fast.
Yeah. Try again. Slide. One more.
And Arlen, there you are apologizing for yourself again, and yet you're developing mastery over that bottle of champagne with your sword. You looked like that belonged in your hand.
It was a wonderful moment, and Gretchen was very, very patient with me. It took a lot of different bottles of champagne. It took a lot of different.
I don't want to hear about that. No, don't tell me about a lot of different bottles of champagne. That's enough on that. It's a different disorder to talk about.
Sorry.
But Arlen, I do want to talk about your panic, and I think people have been. I don't know, that you've become somewhat of the poster child for agoraphobia, and I'm a little worried about that because indeed what you should be is the poster child for social phobia and overcoming that, because that's exactly what you did. You had these pseudo-intimacies and you went out and you made them real relationships even though you were anxious about it. Is that accurate?
Yes, but I also overcame some sort of ancillary fears. You know, the fear of flying, for instance. You can't go on more. I think I added it up, and it was between 45 and 50 flights this year. You can't do that and continue to be scared of flying. And, you know, I'm not scared of trains anymore. And, you know, had a bunch of different things in which every day I woke up and said, I don't think I can do this. I'm just too scared, and I've done it anyway.
And Arlen, this is what I want to break down, and this is why I asked Dr. Vossler to come in. And by the way, hats off to you for this. You've done an amazing thing to take command of this. We would both agree with that.
Thank you.
But I don't want everybody with panic to get the idea that they should evoke their panic and go out there and just overcome these things. But before you comment, fear of flying, for instance, is something that if you fly a lot, you'll overcome. That's what data shows with that. That will get better. Social phobia. Go out and be social. You will get better.
Yes.
But panic,
right,
maybe not.
No, and in fact, you can worsen it. You can bring on more panic attacks. The patient can feel more out of control and then become more reclusive. Panic disorder is something that really needs to be approached in a very structured treatment with under the aegis of a mental health professional. It has to be done with guidance. This is not something you just face down.
So we would bet, Arlen, that the panic hasn't really gone away. That still probably bugs you a bit, yes?
Sometimes yes, and maybe I should have had a healthcare professional go with me, but
no, we're not saying that. We're not saying that.
It seems to have worked.
We're not taking. It
seemed to have worked.
Yeah, no, we're taking issue. We're not issue even. We just want to make sure that your story is properly digested by people out there. That people understand if they have social phobia, they have trouble relating in social environments. That's something they should go out and face down. They have fear of flying. That is something I would suggest people go out and face down. But if they have panic attacks, and let's describe what that is for people. And I know we have some footage of Arlen having panic. I'm hoping we'll put that up. Certainly we will on our website. But let's talk about how people know they're having panic and what they should do about that.
In a panic attack, they tend to be sudden, unexpected, and the person
unprovoked sometimes.
Unprovoked,
out of nothing.
and the person feels like they're having a heart attack,
or they're dying, or
they're
crazy,
or losing control.
Yeah.
And it is terrifying because many people really do believe that they're dying and they want to get help or they want to
go to the emergency room over and over again.
Absolutely.
They can have lots of somatic symptoms: chest pain, shortness of breath, vomiting. All that is panic.
Dizziness. Yes.
Dizziness, right. And so if people are having those kinds of symptoms, we would say that's something to get evaluated.
Absolutely.
And it's often associated with other conditions, trauma, depression, other stuff that we do treat and we can treat, but by going out and facing your panic can make panic worse. And it sounds like, Arlen, you had just a multiplicity of problems, but by really going out there and tackling a few of them, the overall syndrome got a lot better.
I think that's right. And I certainly do understand the panic attack mode. I mean, and that is something that I've had a lot of, and I've had to learn to control the urge to go to the emergency room.
Yeah, very good. Well, Arlen, thank you for sharing your story with us, and I hope people really think about your story carefully. Is there any last messages we have for folks out there that may be having panic, phobias?
They are the most eminently treatable of mental illnesses, and they have excellent outcomes.
And by the way, let me just, for full disclosure, I had panic attacks in college. I have general anxiety disorder, and it's something that gets a lot better. It can get a lot
It can
better.
get a lot better. So they're very treatable. So seek help.
Yes, as I did.